Hi everyone and welcome to my channel again. I am Pratyush and I have came up with a new video on black holes. What we are going to learn about. First, we will know that the life cycle of a star, then what are black holes, and finally we will learn about the parts of a black hole. Do you know that like human beings and all living beings, even stars take birth and die? I will tell you how. First of all, we are going to discuss how does a star takes birth. The star takes birth from a nebula. It takes a thousand many time, long time, and what happens is due to the gravitational force, the gas which is present in the space comes together, contracts with each other, and then forms a nebula. And now the nebula gives birth to a star. What is a star? Star is celestial body which has its own heat and light. Star is having its own heat and light. The star also performs the fusion and fission process. Fusion means conversion of hydrogen to helium and fission means the vice versa, that is helium to hydrogen conversion. This gives the fuel to the star which produces heat energy and light to give us. Right now, it is young and it has too much of light. When it starts growing bigger and bigger, do you know what does it form? It forms a red giant. If I ask you what is the color of a star, many of you will say it's white, but not always. I will also say you why it's so. Now, first of all, after red giant, at this stage, nearly 90% of the fuel, that means the process of fusion and fission, is decreased, and only 10% fuel is remaining. Now, after red giant, it has two stages. What it wants to become. The first one, if they are smaller stars, then they follow single process, whereas those who are bigger stars, they follow some other process. Now, bigger or smaller, how will we decide that it is bigger or smaller? So, we need something to compare with each other. So, here we take the sun as a comparable measure. So, those stars which are smaller than the sun have a single process. Not only smaller, but they are smaller than 1.44 times the sun. They have a single process. First, they become a white dwarf. At this stage, nearly 95% of the fuel is decreased. That means fusion and fission process is decreased. And this is the last time when a star twinkles. And finally, it becomes a black dwarf. It shrinks continuously and it loses all its energy to form a black dwarf. Now, those who are bigger than 1.44 times the sun have a different process. And our sun is going to follow the first stage, that is, it will become a white dwarf and then a black dwarf. And for this, it has a time of 10 billion years right now. Now, what is the stage for those who are larger than 1.44 times the sun? They form a supernova. They form a supernova. Supernova actually is a bursting star which bursts into pieces and becomes new things. Supernova has four options to become from. It can either become a neutron. What is a neutron? It has neither positive charge nor a negative charge. That means the fuel is not there and it stops giving the heat and light. Then it may become a pulsar or a quasar. Pulsar and quasar shrink a bit more than the neutron and they revolve much faster than others. They revolve much faster than others, and even they are of very small size. Now, what about the fourth one? It's a black hole. Suppose a supernova shrinks into too small size and it becomes a black hole where density is high, weight is high, and everything, and its size is very small and it has a higher gravitational force. Now, it doesn't say that the supernova will become all of these. No, not at all. The supernova will become either one of these. And one of these, I mean that when a supernova bursts, it bursts into thousands of pieces, in which few pieces can become neutron, and few pieces can become pulsar or quasar, and few pieces will become a black hole. In this video, I am going to tell more about black holes, but let me say you that even after much time, the black dwarf from the first stage, or the neutron, pulsar, quasar, and black hole from the second stage, they all again form, burst into pieces, and they again form a nebula, which gives birth to a new star. This is the life cycle of a star. Now I'm going to tell you the colors of the star. How does a star looks like in different stages? First of all, if a star is normal, that means it has taken birth just a few years ago, and here few means it crore few years ago. Okay, so it's a huge time, like our sun. Sun is acting as a normal star right now, and the temperature is nearly 6,000 degrees centigrade. The temperature of our sun, and its color is red. And then the second, those who are in middle stage, their temperature range from 6,000 degrees centigrade to 50,000 degrees centigrades, and the color is white. And those which are higher in temperature, that's the high after which they either form something like a neutron or pulsar, quasar, or black holes or black dwarfs, which form into a nebula. This is the highest stage, where the temperature is 50,000 degrees centigrade and the color is blue. Now you will be surprised by saying that, oh, it should be red when it's high in temperature. It should be blue when it is lowest in temperature, that is 6,000 degrees centigrade. Why is it so? So when the temperature of a star is low, that time it emits higher amount of radiation. And here the wavelength of red light is much higher, and thus it scatters less, and it reaches our eyes, and thus the star also looks red. Whereas when the temperature is much higher, that time it releases the less amount of radiation, and blue color light has the least amount of radiations among all. Thus, blue light is visible to us for that stars. The nearest star to our sun is the Proxima Centauri. It's also of blue color. Now we will discuss about the black holes. Black holes are not visible to our naked eye just because they are something in our space. They are something in our space, and even they absorb anything that come near to it. It absorbs all the radiations. It might be light radiations, it might be sound radiations, it can be anything. It absorbs all of them which come inside. Now, black hole is something which is inside the space. The gravitational force is too high that anything comes near to it is getting absorbed to the center of the black hole, and where the center of the black hole has the highest amount of heat or highest amount of temperature, where our body starts melting and we die. And do you know the weight of the black hole? As I told, when the black holes shrink, really shrink, then they have higher density and they have higher weight. Now, the weight of one spoon of black hole is nearly like 10 elephants' weight. Now you imagine what would be the weight of one play bowl of black holes. The largest black hole in the Milky Way galaxy is the M87 black hole, and this was discovered on 2019. Now these are the few pictures of a black hole. This is how the black hole leaves the radiation to attract each other. I am also going to tell you the parts of a black hole now. Now this is the interesting part. But this is the interesting part. But if we cannot see the black holes, means as the black holes absorbs all the light radiations that fall on it, we cannot see the black holes, right? So what do scientists do to study on black holes is that they first try on using periscope or telescope. They see the galaxies, and whenever they observe that some strange things happening. Strange things means, yes, something is revolving around something and it suddenly gets vanished. That indicates that there might be a black hole near to that galaxy. Even as black holes cannot be seen, the other parts will be lighted, and a small part in a circular shape will be black in color. This also indicates the presence of black holes. And this is how the scientists get to know about the black holes and they study for them. There are four parts of black hole. The singularity is the most common part. Singularity is the part which is at the center of the black hole. That is the center of the black hole where everything is getting pulled towards that. And the highest amount of gravity is also present at that point. The acceleration disk is something that it is a disk which is formed full of gas and dust which rotates around the black hole. And the event horizon is the layer of the black hole which surrounds the black hole and helps the black hole to pull anything inside. Now suppose you have reached inside the event horizon. Now you have no chance of escape, and it is also called the point of no return, as it absorbs everything and now you cannot return. But suppose you are outside the event horizon, then you have much higher chances of coming out or getting free from the black hole. Now, many of the people say that inside a black hole there is some other galaxy. It's not true at all. Now, event horizon, we will understand that. First, there are two basic parts of a black hole, the singularity and the event horizon. And the event horizon is called the point of no return around the black hole. It is not a physical surface, but a surface surrounding the black hole that marks whether escape velocity is equal to the speed of light. To make you understand about the event horizon better, I will take an example, an easier example. Now imagine there are two persons here and here near a waterfall. The person who is farther from the waterfall have a chance of coming out by swimming, whereas the person who is just near to the waterfall will surely fall down or has rare chances to escape from that. So, the point from where you have a chance of no returning and you have a chance of falling is called the event horizon. Thank you for watching my video, and if you did like my video, share my video and subscribe my channel.